What's good, YouTube? And we back again with another reaction video. Today we got a crazy story. I can't pronounce that nigga name. Dawayland, Diabolical, Hurst, and his revenge story. Let's get into it.
Lord forgive me for this trap shit. Sergeant Smack making backflip. Telly Hank did with the action. With the vital speaking Spanish. Frank Matthews how I vanished. Poof. Came back like I'm King Tut. Gold BBS is on a beamer. When Fat Cat was 10 queens up. Fall off the profit, not the re-up. Fly like Puerto Rican Jesus. Uptown like I'm Baby May. Just caught a touchdown from the bay.
A date with deception.
Seabrook police believe the murder of Mary Jane Collins on October 4th is linked to a man's murder 4 years ago, and that her accused killer, who was wanted tonight, got close to her ultimately in order to retaliate.
In today's world, when meeting someone new, the question, what are your intentions, often come up. But how often do we really expect the full truth from someone we barely know? What exactly lies beneath the smiles, the stories, and the charm? And are we ever prepared to uncover the real reasons people step into our lives?
I don't know if you be prepared, but your ass need to get prepared. You gotta start. When you got kids, you gotta give a person a full survey before you let them in your life. Prime example is this story.
Or the secrets they might be hiding. Sometimes the truth only surfaces too late, and by then, it can change everything.
First at 3, breaking news. Multiple agencies are clearing the scene of an apartment complex in Seabrook. Police confirm they have found a woman dead there. Thanks for joining us for Eyewitness News at 3. I'm Brianna Connor. And we begin with that breaking news unfolding right now on Repsport Road. ABC 13's Daniela Hurtado joins us live. What have you been able to find out, Daniela?
Brianna, good afternoon. I just talked to the chief of police here in Seabrook for the Seabrook Police Department, giving us very minimal information. What they can confirm, again, you just mentioned they found a woman dead inside of her apartment here behind us. They also mentioned that the suspect is nowhere to be found.
They giving out very minimal information because the information they got came from the kids. Mind you, the kids was in the house, they had to see everything. They don't really want to point the kids out as the main witnesses, so they gotta say as least as possible.
They're looking for him, all hands on deck, multiple agencies trying to find this man. They won't tell us how exactly this woman died. They did confirm there were children inside of the home when officers arrived. Those children are okay and they are unharmed. We have confirmed there are at least 2 children again inside of.
That's some sick shit. That's why I say this nigga had malicious intents from the jump. To do that in front of somebody's kids, you know, domestic shit do get out of hand sometimes, and kids do be around, but take it all the way there like that, he had that already planned out in his mind.
This department, we don't know the relationship between the children and the woman that died, or the children and the man that they're looking for. Police.
If he didn't have it planned out, he definitely didn't have no respect for her to not take it there.
Again, very limited information that they're giving us this afternoon. What we can tell you is that multiple agencies were out here this afternoon trying to navigate this SWAT situation. They believe that the man was inside or near here, but in fact he was not. So they're still looking for this person. We have no information on the woman that was found dead. Again, we don't know how exactly she died. We do know that the police department responded to this area after they got a call about a man reportedly pointing a gun at 2 children. When they arrived, again, they found this woman dead. And
damn, so somebody called and reported a man pointing a gun at 2 kids. I ain't hear that when I first viewed it. Damn, that's crunchy. When they catch him, whatever jail he go to, he definitely gonna have to go on PC, cause it's gonna be so many dudes ready to put that work in on his ass.
Inside her apartment, the children unharmed and the man nowhere to be found. We're going to continue pushing for answers here, hopefully getting more of those answers as the afternoon goes on.
And whoever hired him out, that's some sucker ass shit to be hiring him out, knowing that he responsible for such a wild ass move, man. That's some crazy shit.
But the medical examiner's office is expected to come at some point this afternoon to continue this investigation into how exactly this woman died. We have asked whether or not there were weapons near her body, but right now all the chief will tell us is that nowhere near, but they're still looking inside the apartment. Those are all the details we have, Brianna. For now, reporting live, Daniela Hurtado, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
In our generation, where love is just a swipe away, the world feels smaller and connections form in an instant. But this speed can hide danger, and sometimes the people you meet online may not be who they claim to be, and trust is given too quickly and can have devastating consequences. By all accounts, it seems that...
So, if I'm reading in between the lines correctly, he found her online and had this whole shit mapped out. Like, he knew who she was, he knew who them kids was, and he went and got her offline.
As if a 24-year-old Texas mother by the name of Mary Jane Collins believed in second chances, and after her boyfriend, Michael King, would be arrested for murder in 2020, it seemed as if she was deemed to move forward for herself and for her children. And with King serving time for killing a man by the name of Jawan Triplett in what was described as a confrontation gone wrong, remained connected to...
And then, you leave your baby mother out here with your kids. You ain't around to protect them no more. You locked up. You up the road for doing some dumb shit. And then look what the fuck happened.
To Mary Jane through their child. Though her relationship with King had ended, she would still be forced to carry the burden of his past. And right before the summer would hit in June of 2024, Mary Jane would meet a younger 22-year-old man by the name of Dawayland Hurst, a man who seemed...
Yeah, that nigga do look a little bit shiesty as hell. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pay attention to people that come around you like that, that's just too good to be true. You know what I'm saying? Too nice.
To offer her that fresh start that she was looking for. But what she didn't know was that Hurst was harboring a dark secret, and this new relationship would not be the escape that Mary Jane had hoped for. Instead, it was the beginning of a diabolical plot, one born from revenge and rage.
And new tonight, murder charges are filed in the death of a woman who was found in her Seabrook apartment, along with 2 children who were not harmed. We first reported on this story a week
At least he ain't harmed the kids, man. You feel me?
ago when SWAT officers were
I mean, no more than he already did, because they say he was abusing the kids, but at least he ain't kill them.
called in to search for a suspect. Now, police initially thought Mary Jane Collins had been shot to death. Later determined she died of blunt force trauma and a stab wound. 23-year-old Dawayland Ernest Hurst is charged with murder, but so far he is not in custody.
A shocking motive in the murder of a Seabrook mother in front of her children.
As police continue the search for the suspect, we're learning they believe he killed the victim to avenge his brother's murder.
ABC 13's Jessica Willey is here to break down the stunning revelation, all new at 10.
Seabrook police believe the murder of Mary Jane Collins on October 4th is linked to a man's murder 4 years ago, and that her...
Listen, just because you done stepped off and think you doing better, or you out the way, you locked up. People don't forget shit that happened. This man took this revenge 4 years. 4 years.
Accused killer who is wanted tonight got close to her ultimately in order to retaliate. Tonight, her family wants justice. They say she didn't deserve this. She was the mother of 2 children. What was supposed to be a fresh start at Unit 504 for Mary Jane Collins and her 2 sons ended tragically on October 4th. Accused murderer Dawayland Hurst.
Hey, so just as well as you gotta be careful about who you let in your life around your kids, for the men and the women, you also gotta know who you having a baby by, for the men and the women. Because they saying she innocent, and I don't know the backstory to it, but it's not really a lot of times in these young relationships where a motherfucker don't know what type of street shit they street nigga on. If he out there and he catching baddies, I'm sure he done told her something at some point in time. Now, whether she paid attention to it, that's another story.
Is on the run as police lay out his alleged motive and brutality.
How you meet this guy offline and didn't look through his followers, who he's been followed by, who he's following? You ain't see who he hanging with in none of the pictures, none of that. None of this struck a chord with you. You didn't run this past your baby father. I mean, you know he a street nigga. He obviously catching baddies, you know what I'm saying? So you didn't run it past him to see what type of nigga the nigga is, if you ever heard of him, none of that. You just, I don't know. It's like a lot of shit was overlooked. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say mistakes. I'ma just say, you know, love blind people sometimes.
According to court records, Hurst's brother was killed by Michael King in 2020. King had a son with Collins. When officers arrived at her apartment a week and a half ago, they found the boy and his brother peering out the window. Their mother's body lay nearby. She had been...
Damn. Yeah, that's why I say them little boys gonna be messed up for life, and it really make them little boys, they fuck around and be some cold-hearted youngins, man. They had to stay in the house with their mother while she was dead, and it's 2 of them, so it's a 50% chance one of them little boys may be looking to seek revenge on somebody in his family when they grow up.
Been stabbed to death. Ring cameras captured Hurst leaving 30 minutes earlier. Court records state that Collins told friends about abuse and showed them injuries in the days before her murder, but that on October 4th, it escalated when King somehow made a video call to...
So, like I say, just on the outside looking there and read between the lines, it seemed to me like Holmes got wind that she had a nigga there, and he been calling these last couple days, causing them to beef and argue. And I guess Slim was putting his hands on her. And Holmes, he got a cell phone and FaceTime. I feel like if he wouldn't have made that FaceTime call, things probably wouldn't have escalated to that point. You know what I'm saying? Because he already getting revenge on you. He lived with your baby mother. He raising your child. And there's nothing you could do about it. I don't think he would have took it to that point if that FaceTime call wouldn't have happened.
Collins from prison. Hurst was present and taunted King, court records state, before slapping King's young son, which was captured on the...
Oh. The baby mother dead. That's why I say the kids have to be, you know, telling what happened to their parents. It ain't snitching their kids, you feel me? Because how would they know he was taunting the dude unless the dude is snitching from jail? Or the kid said...
The video. All of this to lead police to conclude that Hurst was, quote, motivated to revenge the death of his brother. Thus, he befriended, abused, and then murdered the victim, who was the mother of Michael King's children.
But yeah, like I'm saying, unless the baby father in jail then talked to the police and gave the story of what happened that day, which made him call his mother, because the kids don't know that you called your mother. That the dude in jail, the baby father in jail, he probably talking. Now, his motive for talking could be something different, because if he's locked up in that state and that guy gotta get locked up and come to that state, it could be curtains for him as soon as he touched down, you know what I'm saying? So it'd be different motives for shit, you know what I'm saying?
Children. Hurst tonight, a wanted man. Collins, 2 young sons. A relative tells ABC 13, now in the care of their grandmother. Jessica Willey, ABC 13, Eyewitness News.
When I first started working on this story, it was almost a cautionary tale to any females that we had that might have been too.
Nah. Definitely a cautionary tale to the females. You got a little sister and you out in the streets, because this was a nigga baby mother and this was 4 years later. Imagine your sister get a hit off a DM or something, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta think about that shit, man.
Tuned in, as they are often portrayed as the vulnerable ones when it comes to dating in this new age. But as the story unfolded, it became clear that this wasn't just a lesson for women. It was also a warning for men too. Our actions don't exist in isolation. What happened between 2 men's choices and 1 woman's trust can reveal just how easy love, betrayal, and revenge can intersect.
Sure. That's why I say it's like, I don't want to say somebody wasn't keeping it 100. I say it was a miscommunication between the baby mother and the baby father. Because at some point in time, with you having this new guy around his child and him being in the position he in, you should at least gave him the heads up, or at least told him something about the guy. Now, unless the dude was using a fake name around her, that's why I say unless he had it all the way planned out, he was just over there with a fake name. She never met nobody in his family, none of his parents or nothing. That's one thing, but you know what I'm saying? It still seemed like it was a miscommunication some way between the baby mother and the baby father. It's like maybe she ain't let him know. Like she never told him the dude's name or nothing. I don't know, man. It seemed like it was a miscommunication some way.
Leaving devastation in its wake. Now, the seeds of this deadly story begins towards the end of the summer. 4 years ago, on July 31st, 2020, at a gas station located in Texas City, where a confrontation but
stay away from the gas stations. It ain't just for gas no more. When I'm driving, I go damn near to the next state. It ain't the next state, but it's Maryland. I'm in DC. I go to Maryland get my gas. I don't go to DC gas stations. You know what I'm saying? I slide up to a gas station. I scope it out like it's a motherfucking apartment complex now. So y'all gotta take that into account.
Between a guy by the name of Dawayland Triplet and Michael King would turn violent. That day, what started as an argument over alleged stolen firearms would escalate into
stolen firearms, which means these niggas was close. They know each other. So how she don't know he the brother?
To a street confrontation where shots were fired, and when the smoke cleared, Dawayland Triplet laid dead, with King behind bars and sentenced to 25 years. The mother of his child, Mary Jane Collins, would do her best to create a life for her and her 2 children. But even from prison, it seemed...
Yeah, shorties, y'all going to jail all them years, 20, 30 years and shit. Motherfuckers be dying on you, man. He ain't even make it 4 years. He got another 21 years to sit and think about some dumb shit that happened or some street shit that he killed the nigga that caused his baby mother to lose her life. He got 21 more years to sit and think about that shit.
King would stay involved using different methods, including contraband cell phones, in order to stay in contact with Mary Jane and maintain a relationship with their child. His presence, though distant, seemed present and probably a reminder of a past that Mary Jane was probably looking to move beyond. And according to friends and relatives, in the summer of 2024, Mary Jane possibly thought she found that chance when she would meet a man by the name of Dawayland Hurst. By all accounts, at first
off, he had to use a fake name. I ain't rather date nobody with the last name Hurst. I don't care how pretty that bitch is. Your last name is Hurst. I'm not dating you. Fuck that.
It seemed like everything Mary Jane might have been searching for. It was said that he was kind, supportive, and willing to take on the complexities of her life, including her.
And see what I'm saying? Kind, all that bullshit. Niggas be coming around super nice like that. It's a motive, man. You gotta watch that nigga extra close now.
Children, but deep under that customer service personality, Hurst wasn't who he appeared to be. And what Mary Jane didn't know was Hurst had his own connection to the past that she was trying to escape. According to the media, as the summer would progress, Hurst's charm would begin to fade. And according to people close to her, the relationship would soon turn violent when Mary Jane would begin showing friends and families photos of bruises and other injuries that
I don't know, man. I can't wait till more details come out because I want to know, was this coincidence? Did he just bump into a girl that he liked and shit and start talking to her? You know, when you first talking to somebody, it's always cool, then shit get a little rough, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he found out who the baby father was afterwards. Or did he maliciously plot this shit out and go stalk her out online? I gotta know now. Like, I'm intrigued. It's sad, but I'm intrigued, you know what I'm saying?
Includes an alleged bite mark to the face as evidence of Hurst's growing anger against her. And on the morning of October 4th, 2004, the nature of Hurst's intentions would come to light when the incarcerated Michael King would attempt a FaceTime call from prison, hoping to speak to Mary Jane and their child. But
and man, y'all niggas, I know a lot of niggas gonna get mad I'm about to say this. Man, stop using your kids as a way to talk to your baby mother. Get the fuck on. Your ass is locked up for 25 years. Why you FaceTiming? Why you in people's business? That one call triggered this whole shit. You just heard that man say that shit.
Instead of Mary Jane on the other side of the call, it was Dawayland Hurst. Hurst would answer the call holding King's child in his.
And man, why the fuck is you answering the phone call with the child in your arms? See, it's a lot of little petty shit was going on. That's why I say, was this some super plotted out plan to kill this lady because she was this guy baby mother? Or was this guy in a relationship with a woman and then found out that, like, would it really been a need to move in with her, get to know her by just to kill her? If you knew that was the baby mother, you could have just killed her off bus.
Arms as he would begin to taunt King through the screen. Knowing that King was powerless to intervene, Hurst would allegedly open hand smack the child as he would run away crying with.
Yeah, see, I don't agree with that shit at all. That type of shit get you killed. Put your hands on people's kids, that type of shit get you killed. And I mean, thinking outside the box, playing devil's advocate. The nigga on the phone, the father probably talking shit, get off my child, da-da-da-da-da, I'ma do this, that, or the third. and the nigga overplayed his hand and slapped the child. And that's probably what caused the mother to get on his ass. She probably grabbed that knife. That's what happened, and thinking out the box type shit.
Mary Jane's voice in the background echoing, "No, get away, baby, get away from him." The call would end abruptly, leaving King helpless, a prisoner both physically and now emotionally. Michael King would allegedly immediately contact his mother, and disturbed by that call, King's mother would immediately take to social media, urging someone to check on Mary Jane. Friends would respond, and police.
And then, how old is Mom Dukes? You call her, tell her some important shit like that, and she run a fucking Facebook instead of calling the police or going to pull up and check on her grandkids.
Police were dispatched to Mary Jane's apartment, but when officers would arrive, they would make a disturbing discovery. Mary Jane would be fatally attacked while her children stood nearby, physically unharmed, but forever scarred by what they had just witnessed. It would be days later as detectives investigate the crime before they would.
Them little boys had to sit in the house with their mother dead bodies for days, man. That's fucking, oh man. Oh man, that's tough.
Would uncover the true extent of Hurst's scheme. The meeting between Mary Jane and Hurst hadn't been by chance at all, and Hurst wasn't looking for love. He would allegedly enter her life to destroy it. According to authorities, Hurst's relationship.
So it was a coincidence. Yeah, that's crunchy. Yeah, but they say they was at Texas, I think. He fuck around and get the death penalty before they could even get revenge.
Relationship with Mary Jane was part of a deliberate plan to inflict emotional devastation on King.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Emotional, yeah, I could see you having to live 25 years in jail knowing that the nigga you killed brother smashing your baby mother and raising your child, disciplining your child. That's an emotional fuck. I think the nigga in jail overwhooped it. He was trying to call from jail on some tough man shit, and you know what I'm saying, it backfired. It backfired in a super badass way. I don't think Holmes was right for what he did, but I do think had that FaceTime call not came through, they probably would have still been beefing and arguing off the regular phone calls. But it wouldn't have escalated like that. The little child probably wouldn't have got slapped, none of that. So, I mean, everybody gonna think how they think on it. I definitely think he wrong. I ain't giving him no excuse, no way out. But I'm just saying, everybody play a role in the situation, you feel?
Authorities believing that by harming Mary Jane, Hurst would believe he could inflict the most harm on King in the most profound way possible. And the sad part in the end is Mary Jane Collins and her children were caught in the crossfire, paying the ultimate price for a past that wasn't even theirs to begin with. Now, y'all may.
Listen, that's my time. Y'all know when I hit that button. Y'all drop it in the comments below what y'all think about this story. That's kind of crazy. I mean, hey, ain't no love like a parent love, but ain't no love like brother love either, you feel me? And it's just fucked up all the way around. Rest in peace to everybody that passed away in this story. And damn, be careful who y'all have around y'all kids, man. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share at Already Clouded TV. Y'all check out Mob Ties.